All right, here we go. So happy Thursday from Beaverton High School, everybody. Go ahead and find yourself a nice, comfortable spot. Wiggle yourselves around a little bit. I brought the yoga mat in here. Again, I'm gonna double check today and find out the exact dates. Oh, there's Tabor, she's coming in. Let a couple people in here. Kayla and Felipe, welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna double check the dates just to make sure when you could come in, or like if it's an everyday, like a book, but there are gonna be a mat. I've actually doubled up my mats because this one's getting a little old, but there will be a yoga mat and there'll be some yoga blocks. And as soon as I find out that you guys are able to pick up the yoga blocks, we'll start incorporating the yoga block into our actual daily yoga practice. So just kind of looking forward to that. Beyond that, we're gonna stick with the low poses today. I hope you guys are kind of liking how we're progressing. I'm enjoying that we're getting a lot of practice with our poses and new poses each day. It's really focusing a lot on the lower body and the hips right now, but the feedback I got was that's where we are the least flexible. So we're gonna keep it up. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable spot. Hopefully you're in a distraction-free environment, other than the sound of my voice that you have to deal with every day. As you take that first deep breath in, reach the crown of your head nice and tall. Slowly exhale out, relaxing the shoulders. Today we're gonna go to 9 breaths on your own. As you finish or get close to that 9th breath, on your next inhale, we're gonna roll the body forward. Place the palms into the mat. Push with the palms, reach that tailbone back and reach the head forward in table pose. Slightly gripping that mat, I'm gonna create a lot of space between my chest and my shoulders, as well as I'm pulling that belly button nice and tight to the spine. Let's do a couple good breaths in table pose. On your next inhale, round that spine up. Reach that spine towards the ceiling, tucking the head between the shoulders, tailbone between the hips. As you hit the maximum point of your inhale, exhale out, rolling the tailbone towards the sky, head towards the ceiling in cow. Let's go ahead and get about 3 rotations of cat and cow on your own. And come back in neutral. Tucking back toes underneath. Inhale, roll those hips up and forward. Exhale, press those hips back up towards the air. Again, we're trying to make a V. Dropping that head down below the shoulders helps flatten that back out. The more you lift your head up, the more you can see we're not creating that V with the body. The more we drop our head down and push with the palms, the more we're gonna have a V. Being this is our first downward dog of the day, let's go ahead and walk those knees out a little bit. Really getting a good stretch, reaching the opposite heels down to the mat, loosening up our hamstrings, breathing. And one exhale, reach those heels towards the mat. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, swing that right leg between your hands. Lower that back knee down. Lower the weight of the chest onto that knee in low lunge. So a couple good deep breaths and low lunge. A little lower with each breath. On your next inhale, let's lean slightly into our lunge. And as you exhale, keeping that chest nice and tight against your knee, you're gonna slowly lean that body back, point that toe towards the ceiling, keeping the chest close. We're gonna lean as far back as we can as we exhale into our half split. And then we're gonna inhale back up into low lunge. If you need your hands for support, use them. Otherwise, we're gonna do about 4 rotations of low lunge to half split. One more time. And inhale back up to low lunge. Exhale, find yourself in a nice comfortable spot, sink the hips a little bit. Inhale, bring that right hand to the inside, mirroring the arm. Exhale, press the hips down, raise the chest up. You can reach that back toe away just a little bit into lizard pose. This is gonna be one of the ones where we use the block. If you're having trouble getting slow, we'll put the block here, or getting low, we'll put the block here and we'll lean into it a little bit more. So if you find yourself having difficulty getting your hands down, that yoga block that we're all gonna be able to check out is gonna be essential for you. Lizard pose. Inhale, walk that hand to the outside. Scooch that right foot a little bit towards the middle. Actually bring mine slightly more so it's almost aligned with my opposite knee. Let Carlos in. Oh, Carlos, opposite knee, and then I'm gonna exhale. I'm gonna slowly lower that knee down to the mat. And remember, the point here is not just to plop down onto that back hip, okay? You're not helping yourself stretch, and we're not really opening the IT gap of the hips here. We're gonna lower that knee down, and we're gonna reach that left foot back. This is as low as you can go, and you gotta prop yourself up. Totally okay. Okay? Even bringing the knee closer to the body is gonna help you get lower. So if I have my foot a little tighter, maybe a little less at an angle, I'm gonna be able to really kind of open those hips more. But if you want to challenge, bring that leg up to flat, and then really focus on pressing those hips down. If you have the ability to, lower your body down, nice and flat, and try to open those hip flexors up. Make the adjustments appropriately, and don't hurt yourself. That's not the whole point. Oh, there's so many people coming in. Hi there, I'm glad you're with us. We're gonna find ourselves in low pigeon. Let's take a couple good breaths. So as I breathe, I'm forcing my weight back towards this right hip. You're good, Javier, thank you. I'm forcing my weight back towards this right hip, not flopping it down, but trying to get those hip flexors to open and all my IT gaps in my pelvis to open. Good. Inhale, back up to low lunge. Adjust your foot as needed. Exhale, slight lean. Inhale, roll the hips up, roll the spine up, arms nice and high above the head. Sink the hands back down and find yourself in low warrior one. Couple big keys I want to make sure. Double check that back leg every time. You want it to go straight. It has a tendency to kind of lean back in. So try to make sure we're straightening that back leg out. And the knee should not be out past the toes. Strong spine, and let's breathe. Inhale, raise your hips. Exhale, open left arm back, right arm forward. Sink hips back down. Try to make that spine as straight as you can. And my constant reminder is open that left shoulder. Okay, the more you can open that left shoulder, the more you're gonna feel it over here in this hip. It's really gonna help stretch out those hip flexors even more. Why do we focus so much on our hip flexors? The majority of people will hold their stress and their tension in their body in their shoulders and their hips. We can work shoulders, but hips, nobody really takes their time with. So that's why we start so much with our lower body, just to get that tension and that stiffness out. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, pivot back to the middle. Fold back down to low lunge. Tuck the left toe underneath. Raise the knee as you inhale. Exhale, slide that right foot back. Plank. We're gonna hold that plank for 3 good breaths. Good. Inhale, lower the right arm down to the mat. Exhale, turn the body sideways. Raise that left hand up and press the hips towards the air. Side plank. Sorry guys, get the sniffs. Inhale, lower that left hand down. Exhale, lower the body to the mat. Straighten your arms out. Bring those elbows nice and tight and find yourself in Sphinx pose. I like to round my lower back or try to press my belly button into the mat so you can get a good stretch on your lower lumbar and let's roll the neck. Reverse. And relax. Exhale, lower the body down. Inhale, draw the hands to your sides. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, and inhale, push up into Cobra pose. My routine is all thrown off by being in a different room. Let that head tilt back slightly, squeeze the buns, Cobra. Inhale, raise hips. We're gonna come back to table pose. Take a couple good, smooth breaths in table, trying to create a nice, flat back. I'm gonna adjust my left hand for support. Inhale, adjust my left hand for support. Inhale, right elbow. Nope, I'm doing this wrong. Adjust my left hand for support. Inhale, right elbow, left knee. Exhale and extend. Bird dog. Inhale back to the middle. Place them on the mat. Make sure that right hand is good for support. And now we're gonna inhale, left elbow, right knee. Exhale and extend. Bird dog. Inhale back to the middle. Place them on the mat. Inhale, widen the knees. Bring the feet as close together as you can. Walk the hands forward just slightly, and then exhale. Push those glutes back to the heels. Lower the chest and armpits down to the mat. Low child or arms extended child. And inhale back up to table pose. I'm gonna turn myself the other way for demonstration purposes. You can just stay facing the same way. A couple good deep breaths in table. On your next inhale, inhale cat. Exhale cow. 3 more on your own. One more rotation. Come back to neutral. Tuck the toes underneath. Inhale, roll the hips forward. Exhale, press the hips up. Drop that head down between the shoulders. Try to straighten the knees as much as you can on this one, and we're just gonna hold downward dog. Breathe. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, swing that leg between the hands. Lower the back knee down. Low lunge. Just let the weight of your chest lean down on that knee. With each exhale, we're gonna get a little deeper into our lunge. On your next inhale, lean into your lunge. Exhale, keep that chest nice and tight. Point the toe at the ceiling. Begin to roll the body as far back as you feel comfortable. Pop your knees. And then inhale back up in the low lunge. We're gonna do 4 rotations on your own. One more rotation. And come back up to low lunge. Take a deep breath in. Bring that left hand to the inside. Straighten out that right leg if you need to. Exhale, press the hips down. Raise the chest up into low lizard. Breathe and press those hips down just a little bit more. Good. Inhale, bring that left hand back out to the inside, scooting that left foot over a bit. Exhale, slowly lower that left knee down to the floor. Again, my foot is nice and straight. You can tuck it back for a little bit easier because it helps your hips kind of sit down more. But if you force that foot forward, you're gonna get even more of a stretch. If you're comfortable there, perfect. If not, go ahead and lower the elbows down. So I'm using my elbows as support in low pigeon. Breathe. Slightly forcing your weight back to your left hip, the one that you guys can't see, so over here. I'm not forcing it down to the ground, but I'm just letting gravity open that hip flexor up. A lot of us talked about how we're at 3s, 3.5s, and 4s in our flexibility. And this is one of those ones that's going to take us to the next level of flexibility. Inhale, roll that knee back up, come back to low lunge. Exhale, slightly in your lunge. Inhale, roll the hips and hands up. Nice big breath in. Exhale, sink hips down. Let's try to straighten out that back leg. And we're gonna hold low warrior 1. Feel your spine get taller as you breathe in and your shoulders relax as you breathe out. Inhale, raise the hips. Exhale, open, right arm back, left arm forward. Keep that balance. Sink hips down, low warrior 2. Inhale, raise hips up. Exhale, pivot, fold. Tuck that right toe underneath, raise the knee, slide that left foot back. Plank pose, try to hold the plank. If you need to modify this round, please do. Breathe. Inhale, lower that left arm down to the mat. Exhale, turn the body sideways, raise that right arm in the air. Force the hip up, side plank. Gauge your obliques. Okay, this is our tricky transition. Inhale back down, keeping the low plank. Exhale, push yourself back up. Inhale, raise the hips up, elbows are tight. Exhale, crocodile. Nice and slow. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, let your hips settle into the mat. Good. This time let the chin drift down to the chest and breathe. Inhale, raise the knees. Come to table pose. I'm gonna adjust my left hand for some support. Inhale, right elbow, left knee. Exhale and extend, bird dog. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, place them on the mat. Adjust the hand for support. Inhale, left elbow, right knee, bend the back. Exhale and extend, bird dog. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, place them on the mat. Widen the knees, you take a deep breath in. Exhale, press back, arms extended, child. Inhale back up the table. Cross the feet behind you, walk the hands back, find yourself in seated pose. Take a couple good deep breaths. If you get sweaty like me, adjust yourself. Get nice and comfy and find yourself in a good position, and let's refocus our breathing. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, extend the right leg out in front, keeping the left leg up close to you. Inhale, big arm circle. Reach that chest forward and go as far down as you can, either grabbing your toe, ankle, shin, or knee. This is another one of those ones with yesterday's reflection. If you want a little bit more flexibility, try to get a little lower. Try to, as you exhale, I'm gonna reach a little farther forward. Maybe if I grab my toe, I'm gonna push away. This is a great static stretch that's gonna extend that flexibility. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, bring both arms out. Half fold. Inhale, roll the spine up. Exhale, switch your feet. Inhale, big arm circle. Exhale, reach the ceiling. Fold forward. A little lower with each exhale. Inhale, slight raise. Exhale, both arms. Just like downward dog, head down between the shoulders, reach that chest forward. And roll that spine up as you breathe in. Exhale, let's get both feet out in front. Inhale, nice big arm circle. Reach like you're gonna dive in a pool. exhale, fold forward in full fold. Try to get a little lower. And hold that stretch. Don't cheat yourself. Inhale, roll the spine up. Exhale, bring the right leg across the top of the left, tucking the left leg back. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Squeeze that knee to the chest, supine. The more pressure you can get against this knee, the more you're going to stretch. You're going to create across the outside edge of your hip. You have a big flat band called your tensor fasciae latae. It's just a fun one to say. You're going to get all that nice stretch. It just hits those hips from a different angle. Inhale, raise the right hand. Exhale, spin that right hand behind, nice and tight to the body. Draw the left hand against the knee, propping it up to remind for a straight spine, and press for supine twist. Breathe. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, bring the left leg over the right, tucking that right leg back. Wrap your hands around the left knee. Inhale, sit up and squeeze. Supine. Breathe. Inhale, raise the left hand. Exhale, spin the left hand behind the body. Raise the right hand or lie over the straight spine. Supine twist. Inhale back to the middle. Exhale, drop the feet down into a butterfly. Pull those feet nice and close to the body. We're gonna wrap our hands underneath the feet. Inhale, nice tall straight spine, reach that chest up high. Exhale, reach that chest out towards your feet, like you're trying to reach it past your feet. One more time, straighten the spine as much as you can. Exhale and fold. Got one more in you. Go ahead and reach out and try and get a little lower. Folded butterfly. Inhale, roll the spine up. Raise the hands, stack the fingers, point the thumbs to the ceiling. Slightly round those shoulders by rolling them forward. Exhale, begin to lower that spine back. This is not fast. If you're just flopping down to the mat, you're going way too quick. It's nice and slow, like you're trying to get each individual vertebrae to touch the mat as we roll down, down, and down, and down, and down, until we find ourselves in laying butterfly. Allow your palms to come to rest face up. Pull those feet in even tighter if you can. We're just gonna take a couple good deep breaths. We're gonna let gravity open up our hip flexors, open up some pelvic gaps. Let our breathing slow down. We're all just gonna be happy that we're here together doing yoga. Inhale, bring your knees up, keep your feet on the floor. Adjust your feet for our rotational bridges. I like to keep my feet a little close because I tend to get up on my heels. Hands are right by my hips. I'm gonna roll back so my shoulders are already pressed into the mat. I'm gonna inhale, rolling my hips up, pressing right up on top of my traps, and I'm gonna squeeze my glutes as tight as I can. Exhale, lower the body back down, nice and slow, vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. On your own, 3 rotational bridges with the speed of your breathing. And if you're doing this right, man, are you gonna get a good stretch in your back. One more. As you finish that last exhale, extend the left foot out in front, raise the right knee, wrap your hand around the outside of the right knee. I like to reach out, grab my ankle too, but it's up to you. Exhale and squeeze that knee nice and tight to the chest. You need to roll your ankle out a little bit if you want. Half wind maker. If you had some delicious lunch, this will be your digestion that'll help. Keeping your left hand on your knee, take a deep breath in and reach that right hand out to the side. I'm gonna turn my eyes so they're looking at my right hand. I'm gonna release my knee a little bit so it's at about at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna point my left toe away. I'm gonna exhale, drawing that knee across the body, keeping my shoulder blades nice and flat on my mat or carpet, wherever you're at. Bent knee twist. I'd much rather see that knee up in the air versus shoulder up in the air. So as soon as you feel that shoulder raise up off the mat, stop your knee rotation. Inhale that knee back up. Exhale, place your foot on the mat. Inhale, raise the right leg or left leg with the left ankle on top of that right knee. I like to scooch my right foot in so it's a little more centered for my balance on my single leg bridge. I'm gonna pull my heel close to my body. Inhale, we're gonna raise up into a bridge, and we're gonna let that left knee drop towards the mat, keeping our ankle on our knee. Now, if you need a little support by putting your hands underneath, go ahead. If not, we're just gonna hold single leg bridge. 2 good breaths. And exhale, lower the hips down. Straighten that right leg out. Inhale, wrap your hands around the left leg. I like to go again, left leg and ankle. Squeeze, half wind maker, pointing the right toe away. Go ahead and roll out the ankle. Enjoy those good deep breaths. Keeping the right hand on the left knee. Inhale, reach the left hand out to the side where we can turn our eyes and look at it. Release your grip a little bit so you have about a 90-degree angle. Exhale, bend that knee across the body, pointing the right toe away, trying to keep a straight line from toe to head. Our eyes are turned and looking at our left hand, bent knee twist. Inhale that knee back up. Exhale, lower the foot to the mat. Inhale, raise the right ankle, put it on top of the left knee. Exhale, adjust your feet and hands to a good single leg bridge position. We're gonna inhale, remember we're staying up, so if you gotta use your hands for support, do so. Inhale, raise your hips up. Exhale, let that right knee drift down. Sorry, everybody. Quick little cramp there. Let that right knee drift, and we're just gonna hold single leg bridge. 2 good breaths. And exhale the hips down. Inhale, raise both those knees up. Wrap your hands around your knees and or ankle shins. However you get yourself in a nice tight ball. And let's start with just a good squeeze. Squeeze your knees as tight as you can. You're giving a big hug to something you care about, which is yourself. And go ahead and start to rock back and forth, massaging that spine, all those little muscles around the edges of your spine. And once you feel you have a good massage, go ahead and slowly extend your feet out in front. Perfect. Extend your feet out in front. Allow your palms to come to rest face up. We're going to enter a relaxation pose. I'm going to set a 5-minute timer. As you take a deep breath in, visualize that good thing that's going to bring some joy, some hope, or some happiness to your thoughts. Try to surround your thoughts with that idea. Give yourself permission to let go of your stresses for a short period of time. Hopefully you're getting a little better at it. And try to remain undistracted. Be ever present in this moment, in the here and now. Most importantly, breathe. Keep breathing. You got about a minute left. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I can go ahead and slowly sit up. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable position. Namaste, everybody. My soul sees yours. I'm so thankful for you being here with me and rolling with me and rocking this with me. In case I don't say it enough, I absolutely appreciate it. You have a 3-day weekend, 3-day weekend coming up. Enjoy it. There's nothing for me, no assignments for me. Just take some time, be mindful, be away from all of this. Next week, like I said, standing poses, so get ready for it. So your question today is a pretty simple one today. The weather's starting to turn to my favorite weather, which is about 60 degrees, overcast with the chance of rain, but maybe not happening. When you go, I want you to tell me what your perfect weather day is. Think temperature, think conditions, things along those lines. It's just interesting to me how different people like snow, sun, rain, whatever it may be. Thank you again so much for being here. As always, wear your masks, smile, be nice to somebody. If you're live, hang out.